Hi, I'm Crystal Unapologetic. Welcome everyone. I'm a new vlogger to YouTube and this is my new channel. I thought I'd take some time to introduce myself. I wanted to give you a little bit of background on me. I have a husband who's a household mover and a truck driver and usually does the western half of the United States. I get to help my husband as labor on his jobs. I usually take inventory of items and I do packing. I don't usually move the furniture. That we usually have a lot of people helping us, but if it's just my husband and I, then I will help move stuff. I also love hiking, fishing, camping. So I'm really not sure what this channel is going to turn into, but I just wanted to put myself out there because I have a lot to say, and why not say it to a camera? I always thought that maybe someday I'd write a book or you know, memoirs or something, but maybe this is how I do my life. So I will be vlogging my hikes. I am not a professional hiker. I'm not even an experienced hiker. I'm just an amateur hiker trying to get back into things. I used to hike a lot, but then we moved to Texas and there is no hiking in Texas. There's nature walking and going to the gym. So I sort of have gotten out of shape for hiking and I really want to get back into it because that's really a first love of mine. I will be traveling with my husband, and hopefully before this whole coronavirus thing started, I was hoping to travel on my own. I actually bought a suitcase, a carry-on, so I could do some like weekend getaways, not to get away from my life, but to visit people that are important to me. I think that's something that I've lagged on in my life, is recognizing the people that are important to me and letting them know how important they are. So I wanted to do that more, but I guess that wasn't in the cards for me at this time. So I still have it planned. As soon as the stay-at-home restrictions lift, then we'll see what happens. I definitely will be traveling. I also have a Suburban that I have bought an accessories for that I could convert into a camping Suburban. It's not a build out for it, it's just supplies. So instead of a tent camping, we don't have an RV. I decided that, hey, the Suburban's long enough, it should be plenty of room for me and my husband, because most of the time that's what it will be. Well, so we could spend the night at our fishing spot, get up the next morning and go fishing. So I know there's never been in my life, there's never been a right time to do anything. So I just figured, hey, we're at home. Well, I really haven't been home like everybody else, but we're still working, so it's not, I still have that opportunity to go places, but it's not fun and it's pretty sad. I wanted to explain why my channel is called Crystal Unapologetic. Obviously, that's not my last name. Since I was about 13 years old, I made a promise to myself to live my life on my terms. I kind of grew up with a little bit of turmoil between my parents and my thinking. I think sometimes people are just born different than the rest of their family. I feel like that's how I was. I love my family to death. My grandma, my grandpa, my grandma on my mom's side. I love my mom, I love my dad, all my cousins and aunts and uncles. But I always felt this urge to just go, just to be independent. So when I was 18, I left for the military, and I kind of didn't look back on my life. I still try to make sure that the people that were important to me knew that, but you know, of course nobody's life, some people's lives turn out the way they want them to, but most people don't really know where they're going to be or how they're going to end up. So I just wanted to make a promise to myself that I would do it with my own mistakes and I would own up to those mistakes. I would live my life without saying sorry to anybody. Not in the sense of not apologizing, because I do apologize for my mistakes, for hurting people, because I'm human, and for the things that I do wrong in my life. But I mean unapologetic in the way that I'm not persuaded by people to do things with my life. I think me and my husband probably don't live as a conventional life as everybody else. It kind of felt like a gypsy in a way, like we constantly move, or nomad. I mean, although we're living in dwellings, at heart, if I could have it my way and have my husband agree, I would live in a tiny home or an RV. But we have things like classic cars, and not cars, classic car, and kids cars. So maybe as time goes on, we can find a little piece of land that has a tiny house on it, and we can build our tiny house and travel to different places at different times. I mean, I really truly believe there's no one set path for everybody that's the same. And my path has obviously not been like everybody else's, and I love it. I have no regrets. So I'm going to be filming my travels about working with my husband. I wrote down notes because I feel like a lot of times when I'm doing filming, I haven't really gotten comfortable, so I'm still trying to focus on looking at the lenses and be comfortable with talking. And even if my family members walk in, that's something I'm still trying to get comfortable with. So you'll have to excuse me, I'm looking at my notes. So I will be filming my travels with working with my husband, but you may not see us working directly in people's houses. Maybe I'll take a snippet of us packing something that's not identifiable here and there, but you will not really see the outside of a person's house or the people that we're moving, just to protect their privacy. And I wouldn't want anybody to do that to me, so I will not do that to anybody. That when I'm filming our travels, it's going to be more about our struggles getting there, the type of things that we had to pack, and you know, sometimes we have to rent a U-Haul, and they call that a shuttle, and we have to shuttle back to civilization. A lot of people we move are forest firefighters or park services. I mean, it could be people like that, and they're not always in town. A lot of times you go to the ranger station where there's housing, or they're out, like they just live out in the forest where they work. So it's not always an easy trip to get there. So my husband, being a truck driver, on top of that is a household mover, on top of that does move people who live in remote places often. So I just figured, I see a lot of pretty places, and we get to move a lot of interesting people, and why not share that with you guys? I look forward to releasing videos to you and have you come along on my journeys of life, because I really don't know what this channel is going to turn into. So this is the end. But please hit subscribe if you want to follow me and see new videos or be notified of new videos. And give me a thumbs up if you like this video. You can also follow me at Crystal Unapologetic on Instagram. And I'll be releasing stuff on there that's more like to date. A lot of these videos will not be released till about 2 weeks after the fact, just for our safety, for the customers' privacy. And I have work to do, so it's not like I'm just traveling and editing videos. I actually have to work. So and I know a lot of YouTubers do. So, and I'm doing everything myself right now. I'm videotaping, I'm the lighting person, and I'm the chatty Cathy. So again, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I look forward to bringing you more videos.